I forgot to unmute my mic. Hi! 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 Sorry. Wait. Oh my god. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Chat. I need to take off my headphones. Give me a second. Okay. So, I just got home from wait, I almost doxed myself. I almost got home from a place, my mom's house. I was helping her move, right? And like, yeah, we were waiting for, yeah, we playing Yuri. We were waiting for BTS to like announce when their like tour is gonna start. And like, oh, okay, nice. So like, I was doing the laundry while my mom waits, and suddenly, I hear screaming, and I full on thought like, did she give birth? Because like, I think Dashi is due around February, and like, it's like, what date is it? It's like 17 January now. So I was like, oh my god, did she give birth? But no, she didn't. She ran into the room I was in, and she was screaming. She was jumping. She was jumping. she was jumping, and I was like so concerned. Like, okay, she's gonna give birth soon, and she's over here jumping. And mind you, her house to where I live right now is like 5-6 hours away. So, haha, yeah. And she was jumping. And then she was like, okay, their tour. It's in December. She was excited about that. She was excited. I was concerned. And yeah. And then what else? I feel like a lot of things happened. Like, how I almost died, but that's not important. It's not that important. Give me a second. I wanna drink water. Okay. You good to start the game? We're starting the game. Where's my mouse? Okay, there we go. Speaking of mouse, I'm surprised Tom isn't here yet. But then again, he's dyeing his hair, so I can't say much. Oh. The choices you make in this game may have consequences. Choose carefully. Okay, how's the audio? I forgot to ask you guys that. How's the audio? Oh god. Okay. Sorry. It arrives one warm August evening after you've come back from a quick grocery run. The sun is just setting, turning everything inside the room ablaze. That's why your eyes are drawn to it. I miss my wife. The golden envelope shines under the light coming through the window, almost blinding you with its glow. You set your groceries down on the kitchen countertop before approaching the envelope, pondering its mysterious arrival. Had you brought it in this morning and forgotten about it? But how could you have missed it? It is too eye-catching. The envelope is gold, with the letter sorry. The envelope is gold, with the letter M imprinted into the heavy wax seal. Sam Gillian? Oh, Sam? Gillian? You call out to your 2 roommates, but they're not here. They must still be out at the movies for their date. Ugh, homosexuals. Perhaps one of them saw the mail, a late delivery of the day, and took it in. The front of the letter contains their name and the address of where it came from. Freak. Oh, hold on. I forgot to do something. I forgot to post the link on my twitter.com. Whoops. Anyways, give me a second. Hey, come on, dude! I just came back. I just came back from a long ass holiday. Give me a break. I forgot. Okay, God, do you hate me? Okay. The front of the letter contains her name and the address of where it came from. Did I? Okay. Romania? Who could be sending you mail from Romania? You crack open the pretty seal. A bit of a pity you have to, but your curiosity wins out. Inside, there seems to be an acceptance letter and a brochure. Yeah. the acceptance letter is printed on heavy and expensive paper, scented with something floral. You can't place the scent, but it makes your eyes flutter close momentarily. It feels familiar, almost like home. You don't know why it feels like that, but you open your eyes and push aside the thought as you skim the letter. Miranda's All-Girls University would like to cordially invite you to be an incoming freshman in our school. Wait. Your eyes widen as you take in the contents of the letter and their implication. The school wants to offer you not only a position in their international students program, but also a fully paid scholarship. This has to be a dream. What school would do that? You aren't even a traditional freshman. You had graduated high school and decided to take gap years before going to college. You had wanted to travel the world, make some money, and take a break from education. Once you had felt ready to go back to learning, you had sent out applications to schools, but none had offered you a good package. So why is this university offering you so much? How do they know about you? You open the something and analyze the photos there. Pictures of smiling students, scenic spots of the campus grounds, bustling club and job fairs, and campus exclusive events line the pages. The programs and courses offered all seem the programs and courses offered all seem so enticing as well. Repeat after me. No, I can't say it. Leave me alone. The school seems real. And if this offer is true, then you'd be a fool to reject free education. The scent of the letter. The scent of the litter wafts up to your nose again, and you inhale deeply, feeling the nostalgia for something. What does it mean? Whatever it does, you know you'll find it at the university. It's time to pack my bags. I'm going to Romania. Guys, who do I pick? Do I pick the pathetic one or the cunty one? No, I wanna go. I'm going for Donna. Like, okay, I really like Bella, but hey, Donna is hot in a pathetic way. Hi, Joy. I need water. Vi, are you playing that game? Yeah, I think you are. One long flight later, a few hours with campus administration, and here you are, a newly in student of Miranda's all-girls university. You came here on a whim, but the college is real, the beautiful and campus is full of students going about their day. Even though classes start next week, already so many people are here. You're filled with excitement at starting this new path of your life. Business. This is the start of your college life you've always wanted. What the? The only question is, where should you focus your energy? Do you dare try your hand and body and soul on creative pursuits? Do you forego your studies in favor of having fun, unforgettable experiences, and making friends? Or do you want to give up your sleep and possibly your sanity in exchange for perfect grades? Huh. Give me a second. Hold on, I'm texting someone. Give me a second. I picked the art rate to draw Yuri. You know what? Wait. I wanna drifter. Yeah. So, why not? Okay. The drifter. It is hard to decide what to pick. You don't even know anything about the university, the courses, or the town yet. Sorry, chat. I wanna drift. You know. Hey, guys, I wanna drift. You know, maybe if I'm the drifter, they'll give me a car and I can drift. You know, like Tokyo Drift. How did it go? Ba 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 da 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 da. Sorry. Give it time, and with some luck, the right path may present itself to you. Maybe it will be a calmer life than the rest of the student body is used to. Changing bias. I'm happy, I think. You don't have to decide yet. Take it slow and go with the flow. You're sure it'll take you somewhere nice. Give me a second. I'm sure it won't happen, Joy. You decide first that maybe you should take a nap. That sounds nice and relaxing. And you're pretty exhausted from all the moving by the end of the day. You say goodnight to your roommates, who are busy drinking, and flop onto your bed. Pleased when you almost immediately fall asleep. Whoops. The next few days are easy. Just college orientation, getting into the groove of things, trying not to immediately fail all your classes. The usual and expected thing. It's when you've just gotten comfortable with your life as a regular college student that your roommates look at each other for an uncomfortable amount of time and just gesture you closer. The painting? Patrick? Look, it's Patrick. It's Patrick. Guitar. It's a goat. Oh my god, it's Rumi. Oh, they have Rumi in here. Dude. And like skateboards. Jacket. What else? And Rumi, of course. Well, hello. Oh my god. She has homophobic eyes. Have you heard? Heard what? About, well, what the? Which one are we? What? About, well, which one are we talking about right now? The Phantom. Why would I bring up the cult right now? Cult? Take down? Twice? Take down, down. Nothing. Apparently, some of the theater students swear that there's a phantom haunting the theater now. You stare at them in disbelief. Are you serious? Yes! Isn't it crazy and interesting? And scary? Oh please, there is no way it's actually haunted. Or is there? Wait. Hold on, my hair is in my face. You lightly punch the shorter girl in the arm. Guys, do I give Angie a Valley accent? I miss my girlfriend. I'm like debating if I wanna call him right now. I don't know. Shut the fuck up. It's not haunted. Valley girl? Okay. You really don't think so? She's leaning forward, excitement in her eyes with only a tinge of feral energy. You're suspicious as you move forward with your words. Yes, it's not haunted. She grins, clapping her hands together. Danny shakes her head, somehow all-knowing in the moment. Angie looks at you with a million secrets behind her blue eyes and and you feel an overwhelming sense of you just got played. You should stay you should stay the night there then, since you're so confident. You scoff. There is literally no way I'm doing that. Not for free. You get up, rolling your eyes at her antics when she stands in her chair, chin raised and defiant. I triple dog dare you. Do you think I'm 5? And still, we do it. Do you think I'm 5? And here we end up, we still end up in the theater. Maybe you are. You don't want to talk about it as somehow you're in this godforsaken theater past closing. A florography, however it's pronounced. Belladonna? Donna? Sorry. You take a step further into the left stage, using your phone as a flashlight. You sweep it from right to left repeatedly, heart racing in your chest. Stupid Angie triple dog daring you into shit. Stupid you for being incapable of saying no. The silence in the theater is unbelievably suffocating, and you can't help but think of when during the day it was full of life and yelling and ultimately drama. Now it just feels haunted. Angie would not shut up about the rumors of there being a phantom in the theater, and Daniela had only managed to make it worse by adding rumors she herself had heard over the years she's lived in the village. I need water. You had naturally expressed your doubts, and in response, she had given you a challenge. Stay in the theater past midnight for 2 hours. At first, you had refused. You didn't need to prove yourself that bad. But then she had gone and triple dog dared you into it. And so here you are. You need a rat to squeeze? Do you want me to call Tav? I can do that. Wait, where's my WhatsApp? Okay, guys, hold on. Hello? Hi. Did you know that I'm streaming right now? Okay. And Violet is demanding you to come over so she can squeeze you. Why do you want me to squeeze you? Can you not? I'm live right now. Kid, stop. Okay, bye. I hate you. Good night. Bye. Sav should be here soon. Sorry, bye. Okay, I need to kill myself, I think. I hung up on you because I hate you. Because you were being gay. And I'm not gay. I'm not one of them queers. I'm homophobic. Okay, so hello? Okay, so if you leave, then you hate me. I got, what's it called? I got wafer cubes. And I'm eating them with chopsticks because I don't want to get my fingers dirty. Because if I do, then I'll get my mouth dirty, and I don't want that. Anyway. I don't want to get my fingers, I don't want to get my fingers dirty because I don't want to get my nails dirty. I guess, I don't know, my nails are long, so yeah. That's when you hear it, something falling from the flight tower, and you whip around when it crashes into the ground. Is someone here? And it would be fine. A little nerve-wracking, but fine if nothing had happened, huh? But fine if nothing had happened next. What? If all you would get in response is silence, you would leave immediately and take the teasing, because really, at that point, you are scared shitless. Except that isn't what happens. Instead, you hear a small gasp before thudding as someone or something runs. Well, fuck. Hi, Vic. I've never seen you before. Are you new here? Huh. Wait. Wait, give me a second. Vic. Is that one of your friends? Your oomphs? Wait. Oh. Set. Wait, hold on. Tell her she smells like cat feet. Top? Oh, hey. Wait. Wait. I have it saved in my calendar. Why didn't it notify me? Wait, I shouldn't have revealed that. I don't want to stroke her ego. Give me a second. Give me a second. Where's Tom? Did Tom die? Sit. Okay. Anyways. Wait, give me a second. This is actually really good. I need to buy more. Where's my mouse? Oh. You with your flashlight on, phone at 37%, and a piece of wood you found on the stage. Follow where you presume them to have gone. Where you presume them to have gone. It doesn't take you long to realize you have lost them. And you are only 10 seconds away from turning around and just leaving when you hear it again. Something is stuck in my teeth. I hate it. I need... Give me a second. Anyways. You wanna ban someone? Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. Ouch. Fuck. I am never doing what she says again. Well, hello. Hi. Oh my god, you look so pathetic. It's kind of hot. Oh my god. Are you okay? Are you into women? Oh my god, are you hurt? What's your type? Oh my god. Do you have any injuries? Are you single? Sorry. Finally, you open your eyes, having shut them from pain earlier, and look at the person in front of you. She is beautiful, undoubtedly so. She is also peering at you with obvious concern, and when she gets down low enough to reach out towards her head. Do you want head? Which does in fact hurt. You notice the scar over her eye. I tried to tell you. I couldn't really hear you over my stupidity. You're exploding Angie with your brain right now. You're going to kill her for this. Don't say that. Don't worry, I can keep my mouth shut. The woman gives you her best impression of doe eyes, and wow, does it work. What are you doing here so late at night anyway? You don't have a lot of options here, but well. Gee, what do I say? I have a dose of Valley? Yeah, sure. When Angie is here. Or something. I don't know. What do I say? How do I say something without... If I tell her the truth, would it hurt her? Like, hey, I'm actually here because, like, Angie said there's a phantom, and oh, turns out it was you. Hey, women love truthful people, and I'm trying to get with her. I'm trying to get with her, so I gotta be truthful. You know? Exactly, Vi. Look, it's generally so dumb. I regret it for varying reasons. But I'll just, go. I'm sure it isn't stupid. Hi. Hi. She's soft-spoken, and you don't think she'd make fun of you. Out loud, that is. My roommate dared me to spend 2 hours in here because it's haunted or whatever. It is? Sorry. Well, people say that they see a phantom. Actually, this is a she. And I want this she. Golly. You trail off as you begin to piece together what's happening. Off topic, are you here every night? Most. She talks, but you're beginning to know that she isn't quite looking at you. And it takes you an embarrassing amount of time to realize she is orienting herself so that the side of her face with no scar is facing you. Yeah, Sebastian, kinda, I don't know. It frustrates you a little because, really, the scar, while very noticeable, isn't that big of a deal. At least not to you. Why? Oh, no reason. Almost the entire student body is utterly convinced that this woman in front of you is a phantom, and you get the feeling that she would be extremely upset to hear this. So you keep it to yourself, despite the strange look you get from her. What's your name? Donna. Hi, Donna. Hi! Sorry. The name feels familiar to you, but you don't focus on it for too long, trying to find an out that doesn't include her finding out that you were basically sent here to look for her, or any more incidents involving your head and embarrassing accidents. Well, I'm sorry for breaking into this place, freaking you out, running from you, and then needing your help once I got hurt from said running. Wow, I am a shit show tonight. Okay. She backs up quickly when you stand up, holding your head slightly before easing it off. I'm just gonna... You point to the exit on the side of of front of house, huh? You point to the exit on the side of front of house. You point to the exit on the side of... and casually walk towards it, screaming internally because could you be more uncool? You make it all the way to the door before trying to push it open a few times, checking that is in fact a push door and not a pull. And realizing that for some ungodly reason, it locks from the outside. Why? You poke at the push handle in irritation, but otherwise stare at it in despondence. They didn't lock it again, did they? Oh, they promised they wouldn't do that anymore after I had to stay the night last time. So we're gonna stay the night together? I don't mind. She frowns in your direction as you walk back towards her. She's the only company you have in this place, and Angie frankly doesn't have to know that you tried to leave tomorrow. She's so distracted by the idea of having to spend the night in the theater again, apparently, that she doesn't take the time to hide the right side of her face from your field of vision, and you take the moments to appreciate her entire face. When she catches you, however, she shrinks in on herself, and you realize that she's taken your staring as disgust. What do you think of a scar? Hot. I've always found scars to be rather beautiful, a testament that someone survived. Bye bye. I have to go, but if I do, I'll miss Valley go. If you gotta go, then you can go. I'm not holding you hostage. You just go for it. Better to be clear than have her misunderstand you again. Donna stares at you with wide eyes, a million questions likely crossing her mind, but none spill out of her mouth. Instead, she just continues to stare at you like you're strange, and it's enough to make you squirm a little uncomfortably. Anyways, whoops. She looks down from where she stands, a smile appearing on her face, seemingly against her will. Hi. Anyways, if only everyone thought like that. Her included, you think? Well, I guess I'll just work through the night. Night. How am I making you homophobic? What did I do? Her voice squeaks at the end of the sentence, and you can't tell if she's becoming self-conscious or it's truly just that awkward all the time. Then I'll just wander around, so if you hear anything, it's just me. Nana stares at you long enough to tell you that the joke has completely sailed over her head, and you decide to just move on instead of explaining it. It'll probably just end with her asking about the Phantom anyway. She's too nice for you to tell her the truth of that rumor. At first, hold on, I want my snack. God, I want her so bad. In quiet tones, she explains what she needs from you, and you do your best to follow her directions, with mostly success and a few retries. Okay. Then a conversation starts. Out don't know. My roommate is pretty serious about what kind of alcohol she drinks. My niece can be like that. You're doing most of the talking, but she does respond to you. So, you suppose it isn't completely one-sided. You're not totally sure how you got here, but now you're talking about Angie in terms of how serious she parties. Which is very seriously. Seriously. Is this roommate the same one who told you to do this? I don't know how you managed to figure out that I don't know how you managed to figure out that this half-baked idea was from the roommate with strong opinions on alcohol, but bravo. She lets out a small giggle, but otherwise doesn't continue with that particular topic. She's very quiet, mostly, which tells you she probably had a moment outside of her usual when you went and tried to turn yourself into a pancake against the set? Sorry. Eventually, there's a loud click from the front of house. That makes both you and her turn. Sorry, Miss Benevento. I'll talk to the staff about this. She glances at you, but clearly decides she really doesn't care enough to figure out why you're also here and closes the door, mumbling about incompetency. Well, I guess I ought to go to my dorm. You smile at her. It was nice meeting you, Donna. It was nice meeting you as well. I mean, like, we can get to know each other better, You're about to walk off stage when she speaks again, louder than absolutely necessary. Are you good with plans? Are you? I'm good with plans. I'm good with anything, really. Yes. You could keep a plant alive if you tried and had instructions. You nod, and she gives you a smile. If you like, I have a job for you. She barely gives you a second before she barrels on, her voice getting a little louder and a little higher in pitch. I would pay you well, of course, and how? How do you want to pay me? I don't mind. Anyways, she seems to realize how loud she's being, and it makes her cover her mouth and shrink a little in embarrassment. What does the job entail? She seems surprised that you'd accept so easily, but even if you didn't find her adorable, you aren't going to turn down money, and you have a feeling she wouldn't be difficult to work for. You would take care of the front most of the time, and if you decide to stay long enough, I would teach you how to take care of the nursery. I'm not very good at talking to customers. She seems embarrassed at this, but you can't imagine why. If you walked into a place with her shyly explaining things, you'd probably buy anything she asked as long as she talked to you about it. Yeah, I would. I would. I mean, hey, nerds are hot. She's hot. And I wouldn't mind if she, yapped about plants or whatever. Poison ivy or whatever. Yeah. I don't know much about plants. So, she can teach me about it. Okay, Sav. Maybe put your hand back down. I'm very homophobic. I don't tolerate gays in my chat. I'm joking. I'm gay. Have you mentioned that she's adorable? Stop. If you leave, then you hate me. You want me dead. Wow. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Give me a second. Hey, hey, do that and I will literally die. I will literally die, because you hate me. Can I have your number? Oh my god, I want her so bad. She whips her head to face you, and on instinct, you remove your hand as she seems alarmed by the contact. Yes, you do. You hate me. You want me dead. Okay. Hey, Tom, every time we play this game, you're the one that loses. I hope you know that. Okay? You do not. Oh my god, Valley Girl. Oh my god, abs. Sorry. First of all, there is no phantom. Secondly, I got locked in for the whole damn night. Thirdly, I have a job. You turn and stick your tongue out at Angie, who gasps in mock offense. Sorry. And no phantom. Wait, where did you get a job from then? Something seems to occur to her as you walk away, as she suddenly tries to get your attention, but you wave her off. Yeah, she has homophobic eyes. That's Danny. It doesn't matter. I haven't slept all night, so I'm taking a nap. Leave a note if you leave. And she closed the door. Lotus. A week flies by. The entire time, Angie pesters you for more information. She seems oddly invested in whoever is offering you a job, and when you turn around and ask her why it matters to her so much, she resists answering so much that you fear that you might be treading in dangerous territory. Finally, the day arrives, and you find yourself standing outside a shop. A flower shop. Well, she promised that it wouldn't be too hard, and you don't think she was lying. You step inside, and the bell rings softly, a theme with Donna, and you wander to the front desk. Flowers and other plants littering the shop. It's serene. Oh, hi. She fumbles as soon as she recognizes you, and you aren't sure what would be the more polite thing to do, so you end up awkwardly waiting for her to gather a few papers together and offering them to you. Wow, give me a second. Give me a second here. Can you fill those out, please? Please. Okay, girl. All right. Sure. The longer she talks, the quieter she gets, looking at you somewhat desperately, like she wants you. Like you want me? Like she wants me? Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. Of course, you have a pen? Her eyes widen, and she pats her smock and looks around in mild panic. Oh, it's okay. I can go find one if you... Oh, okay. She disappears into the back before reappearing with a pen. Somewhat triumphantly? I don't know. Thank you. I'll just... There is no table space. And you feel awkward filling it out with Donna at the front desk. So you put the paper up on the wall and fill it out as carefully as you can, occasionally shaking the pen to get more ink. It takes you only about 5 minutes to get through the whole thing, but you can feel Donna behind you, trying to seem like she isn't watching you with little success. My god, she's so pathetic. Whoops. I turned off the fan by accident. Okay. Is there anything I need? She takes the papers and nods, refusing to look at you and disappearing into the back once more before returning, this time with a smock in hand. Put this on. There are gloves in the back, should you need to handle any of the plans. Although, I will do my best to handle that part myself. Otherwise, you shouldn't need to do much else other than handle the personal part. Personal? You want to get personal with me? Sorry. Nothing about the way she's speaking is shy or embarrassed. And in fact, she seems to be a completely different person when talking about her job. She turns to you, eyes expectant. Any questions? Are you single? Are you into women? Are you married? What's your type? Do you like me? Can't we sit? Anyways. Yes. Well, then I guess start now? Okay. Some people behave like normal human beings, but most decide that they truly rather harass you than actually ask for anything. Cassie! Wait. You suspect that means she had a one-night stand with someone who was particularly difficult to shake, and who would be more than likely a thorn in her side if she didn't get them to calm down about being left behind. After you had finally gotten her out of the shop, Donna had checked in on you, apologized a few times for having to deal with Cassandra, who is apparently a frequent customer, either getting flowers for herself, her mother, sisters, and really anyone she pissed off. Donna had said she practically pays for half the store's expenses on her own. There are a few times where you'll catch Donna staring out the window with a somber expression on her face, or talking to herself, but otherwise, she remains elusive unless she wants to be found. The next few customers had been pretty average, some idiot claiming to be Anna Mary's boyfriend, Jasmine for keep it soon flowers. Okay. And a few students you didn't know who were all trying to confess to each other, which was certainly the most entertaining as they had all missed each other by about 5 minutes. Wow. If anything, good for them. Otherwise, you had left the rest of the customers fade into each other, falling into an easy rhythm as nobody had needed you to handle anything particularly difficult, and Donna had been available for the less than easy orders. Whoa. Golly! That is, of course, until you have the equally, if not more, infamous Professor Demetrius walk through the door with relative difficulty. These are right. Sorry. Your eyes go wide, and you just know this is going to be the most memorable incident of the day. You introduce yourself, not quite making eye contact with her out of mostly terror. She doesn't seem to be in a good mood. Where is Donna? Ooh. I ate her. Out. Is everything alright? Professor Demetrius gets this murderous look in her eyes at your follow-up, and your self-preservation instincts tell you to run away and hide. Instead, you give her the fakest smile you have on hand. I'm sure if you tell me, you'll feel better about whatever is going on. Hi, Vi. The Demetrius matriarch opens her mouth, likely to say something unkind, but Donna appears from behind you, and similarly queries over her emotional state. The taller woman rolls her eyes and demands that Donna call her before she leaves without another word. Thank you for trying to calm her down. You don't have to do that, but thank you. Like, it's quite fine. Don't worry about it. By the end of the day, you're ready to go home. People suck, and that's the truth. Donna thanks you quietly for your work, but otherwise lets you leave without much fanfare, waving off any attempts to help her close. Well, you're not going to argue with going home early. Sorry. I thought we talked about this already, Benevento. One would think you don't actually care about Angela at all. Please, Donna curls in on herself, but does as she's told. I won't give you another chance. Cross me again and I will end her. Give me a second. Yeah. Resident Lover, Resident Evil. Bam. You can, oh, by the way, you can get the game on 𝐒𝐤𝐢𝐚 or something. Okay. second. Sorry, chat. I'm back. I was helping my mom. Shoot. Oh my god, my water bottle. You guys didn't tell me? Okay. Huh? Okay, now I'm back, I think. Oh. We're so back. So totally back, I think, hopefully. And then there won't be another Benevento in this world other than you. And we all know how terribly afraid of being alone you are. Wait. I really don't know how to voice her or her. Alcina, give her the order. I expect it on time with nothing missing. Do you understand? Yes, I do. We're so backwards too. You get all the way to the door, to the first floor before you realize you've left your phone lying on the counter. You had been in such a rush to go home before Donna changed her mind that you hadn't even checked if you still had it on you. Oops. With a groan, you turn around reluctantly. In the middle of the day, Donna had shown you where the spare is in case you ever lock yourself out by accident. So when you see the lights are off and conclude that Donna has already closed, you pick up the spare key and let yourself in. You walk over to the front desk quickly and retrieve your phone with a sigh of relief, and move to the backup and leave when you knock into a drawer. It's slightly open and has a key in the front, indicating that it's meant to be locked. Too curious to resist, you open it the rest of the way to find an organizational piece of equipment inside. There are plastic bags in them, labeled in an absolutely incomprehensible language, or perhaps really bad handwriting. But one catches your eye, purely because the handwriting is legible in English. Slowly and carefully, you pick it up, and inside there are green stem flowers with white petals clustered close together to form an umbrella shape. Hemlock. Hold on. Does it mean anything? Hemlock. Meaning flower language class or whatever. Hemlock. Meaning. Hold on, I'm looking for it. What the? Okay. Hemlock can symbolize death, betrayal, and poison due to its historical use in executions. Like that is its own thoughts. However, it can also symbolize complexities and beauty and darkness, with some traditions attributing qualities like endurance, purification, and transformation to the plant. Whoa! What does that mean? hemlock to story. You know what? Wait. Snapdragon is like what? Great strength, resilience. Okay. I don't even know anymore. Quickly, you pick up the spare key and rush out with your phone, locking the door and putting the key back in its place. You walk fast back to the dorm, your mind running quickly. Sure, she has poison on her, and sure, there are implications that she has more than just one type on hand. But that doesn't mean anything bad. Yeah, she's just a little quirky. Just a little whimsical, you know? God forbid a girl be whimsical. Like, why? Why are people trying to hold back her whimsy, huh? God forbid. Right? Days later, you're back behind the counter and doing your best to pretend like you aren't thinking about the jar that sits closed and locked. It's fine. The first person in the door is Ariana. Ariana Grenade. Hi, do you have any flowers that mean goodwill? I'm trying to give my friend an apology gift, but I also kind of want to tell her discreetly that I feel like I'm still right. Okay. I'm bad. I'm so bad. And like, the meanings behind flowers. Give me a second. The meaning. Ariana, what are you doing here? Okay, wait. Oh, what's the history? Okay. Protection is not the only in the past. The time of other symbolic meaning attribute. Health, pleasure, lightness, levity, and a big heart. Okay, not that. How about petunias? Petunia. Feelings of resentment, anger. Okay, no. Irises? Iris. Face and hope. Huh? Huh? Give me a second. Lover. Dude, how do I... Yeah, everything is a GTC reference if you think hard enough. Hey, Ariana, I recommend you Baby's Breath. Oh, I can go back. Okay. Apology give, but I was going with that. Okay. You know what, Ariana? You should get Baby's Breath. Yeah. Freak. How do I... Give me a second. Is there no guide with like the flower thing? Do I have to just like guess? Where do you want to take me? Guess. Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Petunias. Okay. See? Yeah, I'm goated. You lead her over to an assortment of flowers, blue, purple, and white. So we have Rumi, but Mira is gone. Oh no. They mean goodwill and cheerfulness. You might want to pair them with Lily of the Valleys, just to make sure the apology part also gets across if they understand florography. Ariana nods thoughtfully and asks to have them ordered. You agree easily. Thankful you don't have to break out the gloves so soon and write down the order and take your payment. The next person to walk in is shaking a lot. Whoa. Someone who, surpassing circumstances, yet known to be generally confident and practically incapable of feeling off-center, but now looking like a leaf in the wind. So, Olivia does her best to look cool and collected, and you decide that just this once, you'll leave it be. Looking for anything in particular? They purse their lips and nod. Looking for something to give to 𝐒𝐤𝐬𝐤. Your blank expression makes them shift and correct themselves. Looking for flowers to confess to 𝐒𝐤𝐬𝐤. Your mouth falls open in surprise. Livia, cool, calm, and couldn't give two shits about anything. And Ezra, who by all means cared too much and had a tendency to call everyone she met stupid. I don't want something stupid though, like roses. This doesn't Okay, I know that. I know the meaning for red carnation since I wrote about that. But I think yellow carnations is okay. No, dude. Okay. Buttercups? Okay. Purple violets mean a lot of different things, but the one we're using is thoughts occupied with love, and if you want to be even more specific, you can pair them with red tulips. Red tulips! Olivia chews on her bottom lip and nods. You pull the gloves from the back and get to work, making a bouquet with... Hold on. Yes? I had a feeling you'd notice red tulips. Olivia chews on her bottom lip and nods. You pull the gloves from the back and get to work, making a bouquet of both purple violets and red tulips. Am I dyslexic? Olivia takes the bouquet and leaves, clutching it by the stems just a little too tightly for her act of calmness to actually read as such. I wonder why. You're beyond interested to see how that plays out. My bad. There is a slow hour that follows until a man you haven't seen in town comes in. His face is tight, and Donna puts a hand on your shoulder from behind you. Take a break. I can help him. Give her a look to check if she actually is okay with doing that, but she gives you a subtle nod, and you go into the back. Oops, the hell? Hold on. Several minutes pass before you hear a crash out front. Rushing to the front, you find Donna in tears. Oh my gosh, he looks so pretty crying. Rushing to the front, you find Donna in tears and the man showing no signs of stopping his yelling. You hadn't even heard him yell. And really, that should tell you how easy you find it to tune people out. I mean, like, if we yell, it's gonna stress her out more. If we push, I don't want to push. I don't want to get punched in the face. You rush over to Donna, completely ignoring the raging man, and do the only thing you can think of, and keep her focused on you. She already has her ears covered to try and block out the noise, but she still is staring at him with wide and frightened eyes. If she weren't in so much distress, you would kill this fucking idiot with your bare hands. Look at me. Don't look at him. I've got you, alright? When you hear him take a breath, you turn sharply with a glare. Man-child! Excuse me? You point, giving him a menacing look, and shockingly, he takes a step back before doing as he's told. Intruder has successfully gotten rid of. You focus on Donna. You show her your hands, and she looks at them before you wrap her up in your arms. You didn't want her to be caught off guard by the action, and if she hadn't wanted you to touch her, she would have been more prepared to tell you or show you to not do that because you showed her. She shakes in your arms, but otherwise continues to cry. You make your best soothing rocking motions and refrain from making any noise since you have a feeling that she's more sensitive to sound than touch. Several minutes pass and nobody walks in to your relief, since you're halfway convinced that if someone did, they would either walk right back out or Donna would be sent right back into peak hysterics. Eventually, she puts a hand on your chest near your right shoulder. You have never noticed that she is left-handed. Granted, you haven't known her for that long. Thank you for helping. Her voice is even quieter than usual, which is truly a miracle in itself, and you nod slightly. Of course. You hesitate. Do you want me to leave? Or, like, make sure nobody comes in? No. Her voice comes out loud, and suddenly she's clinging to you, and you find yourself utterly incapable of doing much else other than sitting dead still and waiting for her to give you further instructions past no. Please don't go. Stay. I can stay. Don't worry. She opens her teary eyes and looks at you pleadingly. Okay. She's getting very attached to them. The blonde's hand is clenched tightly. I don't really like that. The rest of the room goes silent. She so rarely shows an opinion that is so illogical. But right now, she is clenching her hands so hard. Black droplets of blood are falling from her hands, self-inflicted wounds from her nail guards. Okay, the fangs, nice. Anyways, carnation. Carnation. Hey, Tov. Carnations, red carnations. Let me look at the meaning. Carnation meaning. Carnations symbolize love, fascination, and distinction. Something, something, something. Oh, we haven't seen baby's breath yet, though. I wonder if we will. That would be cool. Oh my god. Your return to your dorms is boring. Donna hadn't done much with you other than sit with you on the floor. A small break with you standing to indicate the store was closed because really neither of you were going to be able to help anybody at the moment, and talk in quiet frail tones about random things and give plant factoids. She was fond of funds, apparently, but mostly because her niece had a particular weakness for them, and she liked to make her laugh, which is quite sweet. And you finally went home after Donna quietly talked you through closing since you were there with her and she might as well. The moment you stepped in, however, things made a lot more sense. Are you ever going to tell me that you were like besties with my aunt? Or was I supposed to just find that out by piecing two sides of the same vague story together and then about the night in the theater? You pause. That's where you recognize the name from. I'm gonna be totally honest, I did not realize that until you just told me. You're fond of puns? I fucking love them. Anyways, do you have any plans of deception or generally fuckery? No? Is that a question or a statement? A statement. Right. And are you intending on romancing her at all? Yes? Damn, she might have you on the hopeless crush allegations. Not really. No, wouldn't that be like fucked up? Yes, if you think about it in normal terms. I, however, would find that hilarious and be totally on board as long as you don't break her heart. Then I have to kill you, and Danny would be so upset. Right, is this going good or bad? Anyway, that's a shame about my auntie Donna. She could use someone to make her leave the shop in broad daylight when I'm not there. What? Have a good sleep. What on earth just happened? Please, let me. You take the pot from Donna, worried she'll drop it. This isn't a worry born out of nothing, unfortunately, as she has already dropped like 8 pots today, and you're genuinely concerned there will be no more pots left to use by the end of the day if you let this go on. You pick it up with surprising ease and walk it over to where she had been intending to take it, and the last 2 as well for this particular flower. The potted section of the shop isn't nearly as popular as the bouquet, but each pot is not cheap, so every buyer accounts for quite a lot of income. My adopted sister makes them for me. I use adopted liberally. It's more like she stops talking then and doesn't bother to continue her train of thought, leaving you rather confused and left to wonder what the hell could that mean. But now she stares at you as you move the pot over, eyes wide with either awe or she's just zoning out in an awkward position. Donna? She startles. Oh, yes? Do you need any other pots moved over here? I don't think so. Her voice is shaky, but suddenly she jumps up slightly and darts away, leaving you there in your confusion. Okay then. All shift she's like this. She looks at you almost strangely, jerks up in alarm, and disappears. You'd be annoyed if you didn't feel awfully reminded of a bunny when she behaves like this. Something about her just gives innocent wildlife. At a certain point, you don't even bother hiding the fact that you're staring back at her, and even going as far as to actively stare at her, if only because you both want to and think it will be mildly amusing to watch her realize she's being stared at. And wow, it takes a long time for her to realize the favor is being returned. For a solid 30 minutes of your life, you stare at her while she walks about the shop, checking on flowers and plants to see if any need upkeep or to be thrown away completely. She's frowning in focus at a belladonna when she looks up to ask you for something. Hold on. Belladonna. Isn't belladonna drug? Yeah. Meaning flower. I think it is. Yeah, sure, Blake Belladonna too. Okay, anyways. It dies in her throat, and instead she gets that expression again. But nothing is slightly different about it. You can't really identify it. Oh, is something wrong? No, you're just cute when you're focused. She squeaks and goes bright red, ducking down in a way that makes the loose strands of hair from her bun hide her face from your point of view. Truly, the cutest woman you've ever met. She turns away from you quickly and mutters something to herself, glancing at you from the corner of her eye, and subsequently making a familiar eep noise when she sees that you're still watching her, before running away as fast as she can without being an absolute maniac about it. With an amused smile, you turn back to the system and get back to actual work, which is figuring out whatever deranged order Cassandra needs now. Oh good, you're here. Kill me. Ouch. Anyway, I'm here to give you written instructions. Good old Donna called me earlier telling me that I wasn't allowed to verbally order 100 flowers with complicated instructions or whatever. Hey, later tonight, are you busy? I want to go out. Okay, you know what? Next stream. Next stream. Dude. You know what? No, I'm loyal. Okay, I'm very loyal to Donna. But okay. What happens if I say yes? Oh wait, wait, no, wrong one. This is no. No, my life is incredibly boring after hours. Then why don't you come out with me? Oh. Oh. And you can leave early. She looks almost despondent, but something tells you not to argue with her. I'm sorry. Cassandra, for her part, looks incredibly guilty, but also immediately does as she's told, face a little paler than the already deathly pale complexion it was when she came in. Donna's shoulders hunch, and she nods to the two of you, lips pursed. Maybe you have made a mistake, but it seems like it's too late to go back now. Wow. Okay, so that's the first route. But I'm trying to go for Donna. I'm not going out with you. Try again. Never. She gasped, hand on her heart in the most dramatic fashion possible. That hurt. Boo. Fine, fine. Can't say I didn't try. What? What the hell? Is it raining outside? You try again. I need to take a screenshot of this. Okay, there we go. Where's my photos? Hi, Joy. Hi, Moon. Let's see. Where's the screenshot? Okay, there we go. I need to move this to the screen. Okay. You whistle. Not only is that expensive, but it's also littered with a confusing message. Oh, wait, I want to Google this. Yellow rose. Hold on. Austromary. Hyacinth. Okay. Yellow roses means friendship, joy, warmth, new beginnings. Huh? Second one means devotion, mutual support, strong bonds. Third one, strength of character, honor, integrity. Yeah, the message is very confusing. Hi, Mary. Lilies means purity, renewal, devotion. Purple hyacinth means... What? Cassandra is very confusing. Sorrow, regret, apology. Daisies means innocence, loyalty, simplicity. Azaleas means temperance, fragility, femininity. Femininity. Gratitude, understanding, emotional depth. Wow. Anyways. Friendship. So I didn't have to Google it. She'll totally forgive me. Who did you cross this time? Daniela. Apparently, the girl I took home last week was a close friend of hers. And you seriously just tried to ask me out? I'm her roommate. Her friend too. You shake your head. I do not understand people's obsession with you. MC doesn't, I do. She's hot. If I'm being totally honest, I don't really understand it either. I just roll with it. Absolutely insane. Anyway, hold on. 16, 51, 53, 70, 71, 80, 90, 100. Yeah, alright, that adds up. Now repeat it back. Let me pull up the screenshot. Okay. What? She's not wrong. She's not wrong. This might be helpful for you. I know you have it written down there, but try not to look. I'm sorry, but I am looking. How many yellow roses? If you're having trouble, open the menu. What freaking menu? This is the menu. Oh, diary? Wait, so I didn't have to take a screenshot. Okay, wait, let me delete this. Okay, there we go. Whoa. Okay, 16 yellow roses. Purple hyacinth 1. Daffodils. At least, where is it? Huh? 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 There's some daffodil? None? There are 9 daisies in the order. Have I passed inspection? Put it in. You've got game on, see? I do not. Only an hour and a half later, you're hanging up your smock with a tired expression set on your face. You feel like you're beginning to get used to this, and it helps that you have some background knowledge on florography. It helps some people for meanings. I can walk you out. Her voice is a bit I need snack. Okay. Ow. Is that Bella? You guys see the blonde hair? The blonde hair. And then the little thing she has on her forehead. And then this must be Donna. From, you know, the original game. Like, this is Re-8 Donna. This is Re-8 Bella. Yeah. I know. I want to try. She manages to make it to the end of the block before there's some sort of uproar across the street. Both of you look over, curious, and you see a murder of crows explode from their hopping on the concrete. Oh. Wait. Give me a moment. Okay. I have to go back. What? I have to go back now. Oh. Multiple lights are turned off, and the shop is giving off eerie vibes instead of the usual warm welcome. Donna stands in the back corner, holding an older phone connected to the wall. I was just walking them to the block. Why, no! She goes quiet, subdued by whatever is said on the other line. No, mother, I wouldn't presume to. Yes, alright. I'll bring it during next week's sermon. Yes, no, mother. Yes, okay. I hate reading. No, I don't. I like reading. I just hate that I mess up the words so much. She frowns, picking up a bag of hemlock and moving it over one. When has she put that there? And pulls out from underneath a book. It looks to be at least 50 years old, but the writing in it is aged beyond that. Writing quickly, Donna mutters softly in Italian before shutting the book and slipping it underneath again. She locks the drawer and takes a deep breath before walking to the far left of the shop and pressing hard on a loose piece of heartwood that flips up, revealing a secret compartment. She gets to work. Whoops. Eight 22-2023 delivery. Mother will Spain 25 mg. Nightshade 30 berries. Hardwood. Chrysanthemum. The white lilies are overflowing in every bouquet on your right, and on your left you see a remarkable amount of roses and red poppies. You frown at the arrangement. There's a lot of dust in the shop. A little dark, but it's Donna's shop, so you suppose it's her prerogative, even though she's prone to bursts of deep sadness, that this is still somber even for her. Wait. Even the lights are dimmed, which you didn't know you could do. You don't see her in your immediate area, so you assume she's not in. Usually, she greets you when she's present, so you don't really think too much about it while clocking in. Fuck. Welcome in. Can I help you with anything in particular? The headmistress gives you an imperious look, her expression tightening in irritation. Although you have no idea how you could have pissed her off already. What are you doing here? Her voice is sharp, and her eyes are narrowed at you, and your first reaction is to hide immediately. Instead, you straighten your back. I work here. Can I help you? Watch your tone. I'll watch my tone. Don't worry. She sneers at you, but something about her very blue eyes, seriously, they are striking, is extremely panicked. You shouldn't be here today. Miranda. Your heart jumps into your throat. Had she been here the whole time? Also, first name basis? They aren't meant to be here. You know better. And you should know that today is not a day to push my buttons. The headmistress flinches back slightly before something akin to guilt appears on her face, and maybe even understanding. I know you tend to be volatile today. I'm concerned. I'm sure you are. The headmistress widens her eyes, for the first time looking truly shocked, before something dark falls over her expression. I know today is difficult for you, but watch your tone. Something tells you that somehow the headmistress is the one crossing a line here, and you find yourself bravely stepping up. And quickly, Donna steps up to match you, and you realize that you have no hope to help whatever is going on here. Leave. The headmistress isn't even looking at her anymore. Instead, she's looking at you intensely. I won't give you time to cool down. I recommend you send your assistant home, lest they find themselves at the wrong end of your temperament today. Donna's face is completely unchanging, and she doesn't say another word as the headmistress inspects you before she walks back out, reaching out and snagging a flower as she leaves. A gardenia. Now, what does that mean? Like, if they wrote it like that, it should mean something, right? I'm not, what's the word, paranoid or something? I don't know. Gardenia flower meaning. Huh. It doesn't mean anything that bad. Purity and innocence of an affection, secret love, refinement and grace, hope and joy. Okay. As soon as she's vacated? And what was with that look she was giving you? Do not ever talk. Do not ever talk to that woman by yourself. Am I clear? So clear. Let's see. Her jaw is locked as she walks into the back once more, deathly quiet. Immediately, you pull your phone up. There's only one person who would know that isn't Donna herself. I'm just saying, we should totally do game night. Okay, and then? Alright, you forgot that your last conversation had been Angie drunkenly texting you about game night, and you resolutely ignoring her. So, more like a monologue. Can you help me with something? If you don't want to answer, that's fine. Yo, you never asked me for shit. You're usually too drunk to ask anything. Rude, but true. What's up? I'm at the flower shop, and your aunt doesn't seem to be having a good day, and the headmaster came by and implied a lot of things at me. What's going on with today? Fuck. I answered you to avoid my shit. This must be serious if she's using correct grammar. Look, it's none of your business, but Danny is giving me this stupid fucking expression like she wants me to talk about my feelings or whatever. So, you know how Donna's my aunt and not my mom? Oh. Body rockers in the house tonight. Anyways. And basically, don't tell anyone this or I'll skin you. Today is the anniversary of my mom's death. Hi, Violet! Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Yeah, don't call me about it. Can't drink today because I'm dangerous or whatever. But my aunt never handles it well either. I can't believe she scheduled you today. Are you okay? I'm crying at the skate park, so I'm gonna say no. Danny's helping, I think. Look, don't worry about me. I'll be back to my drunk shenanigans soon. If you need anything, though. Tissues on your way home. Tissues on your way home and cold medicine. Done. Holy shit. You put your phone down and take a deep breath. You aren't sure what's appropriate or what's wanted. Your instinct tells you to go into the back and comfort her. But just because that's what you want to do, doesn't mean that's what she wants or even needs from you. Doing it anyway might just piss her off more and cause more harm than good. You chew on your lip as you lean forward on the counter, watching for customers and only kind of praying nobody actually walks in. Today is not a good day to be in the flower shop, it seems. And part of you agrees with Angie, and technically the headmistress. Why did she schedule you today? Or even open today? Well, you suppose it's none of your business, is it? Somehow, hours passed with only a singular customer who walked in, looked around, and then shook their head disapprovingly before leaving. And Donna doesn't come out. And you decide that you should at least check in on her to at least make sure she eats and has water. You take a step through the entrance to the back where the nursery and break room are and find yourself cautiously moving around to find her. You do your best to not touch a single pot, worried that if you do, they'll somehow explode, which will be very fortunate and likely not at all help. Eventually, you find her irritably loosening soil, her movements jerky versus what you imagine is usually calm and slow. I'm sorry to bother you, but I just wanted to make sure you ate. She jumps and her hand jerks out and knocks into the pot to her right, which is fortunately not containing any flowers or plants, but unfortunately filled with soil, which sends it absolutely flying off the counter. It smashes into the ground with a horrifying crash that leaves even you cringing away from it. Soil and clay litter the floor, spread out in a spatter that indicates a lot of cleaning in your future. My God! Before you can apologize for startling her, Donna whips around with murder in her eyes. Okay. I know, I was concerned. Anyways, I just got scolded by the love of my life. Oh, chat, wife is mad at me. I need to kill myself or something. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ow. You can see some of the shards digging into her palms, and you take a step closer in concern. But Donna lets out a terribly distraught noise before looking at you desolately. Forget Rumi's idol, we got Zoey's idol. Exactly. Leave. What? Get out! Dude! Hey. I'm not mean, so I'm gonna stay. Because that's oomph! That's girlfriend right there. No. She takes a sharp breath in, tears streaking down her face, and yet still, a grief-filled rage is written all over her expression. Baby girl, calm down. Speaking of eating, I'm kind of hungry. You. Papa Gorilla, calm down. Calm down. Her tears flow stronger and she stops talking, instead letting out broken sobs and curling further into the floor. I'm sorry. It comes out of nowhere, but it startles you out of your position and causes you to shift away shards with your foot as you rush to her, getting on your knees as she breaks down further. Calm down, my lobster. My lobster? Ooh. There's no reason that you should apologize, sweetheart. Donna lifts her head slightly and looks at you before tipping towards you and grabbing your shirt with both hands and sobbing into your shoulder. You wrap her in your arms and hum softly, rubbing her back soothingly. She's gone. She wails into you and you hold her a little closer. Why did it have to be her? If I hadn't, we had been so distracted up in the front. The other car, it ran the light and came out of nowhere and it should have been me. Why did it have to be Claudia? Oh. You let her cry until she runs out of tears, and then you let her stay and don't say a word even after she stops. Donna sits on the floor. It's about an hour after we left. Everything around is absolutely wrecked. There are dents in the wall. Scissors embedded in the table. Give me a second. Well, yeah, technically someone died. Okay, so in this current scene is so this is the day where Angie's mom died. In a car crash. So, Angie's mom pulled a Zoey. So, yeah. So they're mourning right now. And Donna is low-key not handling this pretty well. Zoey. Her face is blotchy from crying, and even now, there are faint tears falling down her face as she stares blankly. Driving in my car right after a beer. Okay. Zoey. I don't know if I can do it again. If I lose anybody else, who knows? Who knows? Oh, why are you bloody? Oh, wait, yeah. She reaches up with a bloody hand, shards of clay still embedded in her palm before sliding to the floor so quickly, and grabs a hold of the table holding her poppies and oleanders. She struggles as she uses it as leverage to get up, but manages. Who could blame you for letting go of your inhibitions if you're to lose another? I certainly wouldn't. At a side table, Atisa in the middle, an imposing blonde woman sits, with a familiar glint in her eyes. She sips her tea, looking at Donna in an unimpressed fashion. She's being cruel, and Donna knows it. If Donna loves another person, they're just someone to take away. Right. I can't let anything happen to them. I can't lose them too. A dark look passes her face, her nails sticking into the table. They can't leave, and I won't let anybody take them from me either. When you say them, do you mean your assistant? Donna blinks and looks up at disoriented and looks up at her mother. Yes, I won't let you take them from me either. Watch it, and you can have anybody you want. A deep pause. But you cannot have them. Donna blinks at her and nods, and the mother turns back to her seat while Donna turns and huffs. She will make no promises. You lie on your bed, watching the ceiling. Idly? Faintly, you hear someone knock on the door. That's a lot of knocking. With a groan, you roll off your bed and go to the door and swing it open, only to find a white pink flower. An oleander. Attached is a note, short and very much to the point. Oh. Daffodil. It's like, hold on. Okay, there we go. You have no idea what's going on here, but you're about to let yourself get vague posted away from Donna. And you assume it's her because, let's be real, you aren't talking to anybody else other than your roommates. Watching it be torn to pieces is cathartic, but afterward, You spend the rest of your day ignoring your schoolwork in the name of sleep. It isn't for another 4 days that you work. And even if you were scheduled, you probably would have advised Donna to take a few days off. Thankfully, she seemed to realize that working was probably unhealthy for her. Angie had come home that day exhausted and has since spent her day sleeping. She asked you not to be weird about it, but you really aren't sure how to approach the situation of grief in other people. Danny? And now, as you get ready for work, you turn to your red-headed roommate. Sup? When I get back, can you remind me to do my engineering project? You haven't even started. Been slacking on it. Sure. She shrugs. Her memory is oddly good for such a scattered person, and certainly better than Angie's. Thanks. I'll see you later. Don't let Angie die. Danny mock salutes you. I'd never. God, you wish you knew how they worked. Walking in, you note that the open sign isn't flipped. You're not totally sure if this means she's forgotten or if she decided last minute to take another day off. So when you walk in, you don't immediately put your smock on and instead wearily go into the nursery to look for Donna. She isn't at her station, but when you walk around, extremely careful not to touch any plants, she isn't anywhere in the nursery. You even check side rooms and find a small kitchen, although Donna isn't in there either. Eventually, you give up and go back to the front, hands on your hips and furrow in your brow. Donna? There's a squeak, and you turn to your left and realize Donna has been hiding. She's crouched over the daffodils with a guilty expression on her face. Hello. You're glad she's feeling better, but sad that means she's back to being scared of her own voice. Hello, Donna. You smile warmly at her, and for some reason, this makes her tilt her head at you. An oddly blank expression on her face, while simultaneously looking like a cornered animal. You didn't leave. Hi, MC. Hi, are you new here? What? I'm sorry, it took me a while to process that. Give me a second. Hi, welcome. You got a new person, chat. This is freaking awesome. Okay, wait. My question is, did you come here from Mira stream? Rumi stream? Twitter? Or did you just find me on Twitch? This is a very important question. Twitter. Okay, so that means you know about me. Because we've had 2 people, I think. 2 people, right? 2 people that just found me from Twitch. So, yeah, you know? Okay. Okay. She squeaks and jumps to your feet, making you jump back a little at the sudden movement. Do you want to marry me? Yes! I do! Why did you take so long? Sorry. Do. Her jaw tenses, and frustration seems to overwhelm her. Donna, babe, it's not pronounced as the cafe. It's pronounced as Mary. So your sentence is wrong. It's not, do you want to go to the cafe with me? It's actually, will you marry me? You know? That's fine. Everyone makes mistakes. You know, I'll marry you. Don't worry. In an effort to force herself to say it, it comes out as a yell. Donna jumps at the sound of her own voice coming out so loud and so unexpectedly, and swiftly becomes mortified. I meant for tea. I'm out of my honey and oh, why did I say it like that? You blink. Kazo. Donna makes this face when you repeat the word, which you take to mean you just butchered the shit out of the pronunciation. Sorry. It's alright. It's alright. Italian is harder than it seems. I'm harder. So it's Italian. Great. You didn't even have to fumble around asking. Free information. Anyway, sure, I'll go with you. Great. She turns before she can catch her astonished expression. She's so fucking cute. What the hell? The walk there is odd. Donna watches the birds on the sidewalk with a terrified expression on her face. But when none of them is suddenly up in a slacker, or whatever she's afraid of, she relaxes. At some point, she ends up clinging to your arm, turning her face towards you to hide her scarred side. Right, people suck. Sometimes when you feel it tense a little more, you maneuver yourself slightly to cover her better. It's pronounced. Would you be the first thing I see when I wake up and the last thing I see before? Okay, you know, yeah, sure. It's actually pronounced. Is it raining outside? Is it raining outside? Try again. Oh my god! She's being brave, and you don't want her to change her mind. The bell rings as you open the door, and a brunette glances over before straightening suddenly, eyes wide. Her expression clears, and she goes back to indifferent almost immediately. Welcome in. Do you need a moment to look at our menu? A menu? Me and you. Me and Donna. You know? No, Elena, if I could have a cup of honey and ginseng tea. Of course, and for you? Donna turns slightly towards you as if to ask the same. Do you guys not have, like, caramel latte? Or, like, Spanish latte? Like, you know? Okay. You guys suck. I'll take matcha. God, I want matcha. I see you have matcha? Oh. Dude, I want matcha. Okay, how about... Yeah. Matcha latte tastes like grass. I love matcha latte. Recently I went out with my family. We went to, what was it again? Hold on. Let me Google it. Okay, it's called, the place is called Nico Neko. Okay, so it's mostly just like, okay, what my mom said. Okay, what my mom said. The place is like for people that actually likes matcha, like matcha, not like the ones you see online and stuff. And yeah, we went there, and I like matcha, but I'm not like the biggest fan of it. So I was thinking like, okay, maybe it's gonna take a while for me to finish it. So I ordered mine, and I think I got Azisai, I think. Yeah. I took a sip, and I was like, oh my god, wait, this is actually really good. And then I finished it in under like what, 2 minutes or so, 3 minutes, I don't know, but it was really good. Like, I would totally go there again. God, I want matcha. Anyways, ow, I hit my knee. Donna seems pleased that you're having the same day, and you can't help but smile at how easy it is to make her happy. Elena nods shortly, tapping the screen before frowning and aggressively pushing at it until she looks back up. Somehow, in the short span of you watching Elena struggle with her system, Donna had managed to get in front of you and hand her card over. But hey, I could have paid for my own at least. She says it in her usual quiet voice, but her tone leaves no room for argument. You playfully roll your eyes and wait for her to finish paying. Elena hands the card back over to Donna and glances at you for a moment before turning and disappearing. Where do you want to sit? On your face? Donna latches back onto you easily and nudges you towards the table she had obviously chosen in advance. Has she just been waiting for you to ask? You had just gotten settled in your chair when Elena calls for you to get your drinks from the front. And Donna furrows her brows for a moment but lets you get up to retrieve them. Now, how the hell did you get her to come here? Your head shoots up from inspecting the drinks to make sure they're as right as they can be. You have no idea how to tell if this is the right tea, but you can smell the honey, and you blink at her. Pardon? She doesn't leave the shop. Oh, she doesn't leave her shop. Ever. I don't even know how she gets home. And somehow you got her to go outside with no face covering. I didn't do anything. She asked me to come here with her. Don't get me wrong, I am impressed. She asked you? Something about Elena is so personable, and you realize it. And you realize it is very easy to act like you two have known each other forever. Odd. Let's see. Did I pronounce that right? Oh. See now. I love any kinds of tea. I would love tea. God. But by raising her voice, you see Donna jerk her head up towards the two of you in alarm. Yeah? You are doing godly work here, my friend. She shakes her head, and you take that to be the end of the conversation. You know that Donna is a recluse. It's not hard to guess, although you had help from Angie. But to get such a reaction from simply going to a cafe, it must be more serious than you thought. You should try and get her out more. Or at least okay with the idea of going out. Is everything alright? Huh? Oh, yeah, we were just talking. Donna's face twists for a moment. Oh, is you possessive? If you're sure, what were you talking about? Possessive or obsessive? Golly. Well, you definitely can't say that you were talking about her. You know, it doesn't matter. Donna makes that face again. Except this time, it lingers long enough for you to identify what it is. Jealousy? Ow! Call it. Clocked it. I'm happier talking to you anyway. Okay. We're smooth with it. Your voice is fun, and Donna wriggles a little in her chair. in her chair. Biggle, biggle. Looking down at your drink for a moment before looking back up. Oh. The two of you talk quietly, and you make sure to keep her attention so that she doesn't become self-conscious of herself. And it only takes about 10 minutes for her to offer longer responses. It gets a little busy as it's about time for rush hour in the cafe. And in the chaos, there's an accident. Why are you... How do I... Why are you gripping your Red Bull? Like, the veins and everything. Calm down. You look up just in time to see a coffee cup go careening in your direction, and a woman of small stature crash into the floor. It definitely doesn't feel good, but it doesn't burn. But it doesn't burn is the most you can say about the coffee now covering your clothes. You kind of wish you had a smock on, actually. The woman gets up, absolutely frazzled. And that's when you notice an absolutely crushed Red Bull can in her grasp. Was she drinking both at the same time? You know what? I actually can't say much, because like there are multiple moments where I've had like Monster and like coffee at the same time. So yeah, that's absolutely insane. I wasn't looking where I was going, my bad. Your clothes are ruined, but you are safely more concerned about the woman who's literally buzzing in front of you, shifting quickly back and forth and completely incapable of containing the amount of caffeine she's likely drunk. It's fine. Donna frowns at you before looking at the woman. Cinder, aren't you supposed to be taking a break from caffeine? Caffeine! Down caffeine! But... Wait, isn't this one of the... Yeah, I forgot. Okay. A blur of green follows, and the two disappear from sight as Cinder slams into the doorframe, letting out a wail of pain, but continues on. Wow. Donna shakes her head before refocusing on you. I have spare clothes at the shop if you want. Hey, you haven't even asked me out, and we're already on like outfit sharing basis. Like, okay. Yes. Like, I love that. Wait. Give me a second. It's getting late, and I'm trying to think of where to end this. Donna nods, placing the lid back on the cup, as she had found it to be too hot at first, and nodding to Elena. Okay, let's go back. Okay. Let me save here. Okay. Okay, that is all from me. You know the drill. If it's late for you guys, please go to sleep. If it's not late for you guys, and you guys haven't ate, then please go eat. And This stream is sponsored by Give Me That Candy Floss, written by Arsenite. Thank you for tuning in.